All right, doesn't look like there's anybody in here yet. Go. Hi, Diane. Can you hear me okay? Just cleaning up my table here. Oops. Let go. Perfect. How are things down south? I just finished up my homework, so I'm trying to get my table somewhat tidy before we start. And Diane, you're all done your snowdrop, correct? Did I see that? I never remember what I've seen these days. Awesome. All right. Oh, I feel disorganized today. This over here. You were bad. That's okay. It looks wonderful. So you will not be sewing along with us today then. Hopefully a few more pop in. You will love the small one. The small one is so cute. I mean, this one, the large one turns out good too, but the small one is definitely my favorite. Hi, Dawn. How are you feeling? I look like a short person because I'm sitting on my low chair at my high table, but I just finished my homework and did the linings. Oh, I forgot to put my wedding rings. Oh, you're not done your Snowdrop, you're done your Brooklyn. Okay. I don't remember which one you're done. So you're sewing along with me today, Diane? You finished the Brooklyn, yeah. Brooklyn's pretty fast. Snowdrop's pretty fast too. That's good, Dawn. Oh my goodness. Don't I look like a little kid sitting at a high table? Oh my goodness. Am I lagging a little bit? I think I am. As I'm looking at my screen here, I don't know if it's my internet, but it keeps freezing. Hi, Rhonda. Karen won't be joining us today because she is with her parents. Oh, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Help you escape the news, Nicole. No more watching the news for you. It's too depressing right now. Nicole wanted me to start class so she could escape the news. Bad news that's all over the news today. Now, Diane, question. I went ahead and did it. I think I said it at the end of the class. Did you do your lining pockets or no? For homework. I forgot to put it in the homework list. I feel like I'm sitting way too low. I'll stand up a bit. Oh, you did? Perfect. Did I say it last homework class? I think I did. Because I think there's a good chance we may get this whole thing done today. There's really not that much more to do. Sorry, I should have water and not Dr. Pepper, but I'm getting lip gloss all over my can. I had my laptop upstairs, so it's all a weird angle. Who else is sewing along with us today? Rhonda, did you get caught up on your Snowdrop? Are you going to be sewing along with us? I think Nicole's just watching, right? Because you're making some other orders. I think you said you were making apothecaries and martinis, correct? So far, it looks like the martini bag is winning for January's class. And then the carpet bag and the needle and anchor goddess are tied for the other day. I am so hoping the carpet bag wins. I so want to make the carpet bag. Really, really want to make the carpet bag so bad. Just because I've never made it before. Finishing up orders, yeah. Yeah, the lining, we're going to finish up the exterior and the lining because we should have all the pieces for both done. And then if, depending on the time we're doing, if by, say, 5 o'clock we're all done those, then I think we have more than enough time to finish that up. Tuesdays are all nice. Yeah. Nicole, it's the season, I know, and you just finished moving, so January you can sew along with us again. We love having you here, though. I hope it keeps you feeling like you have company while you're sewing, even though we're doing different bags. So was that you were sewing with us today, Rhonda? Hey, Lexi, how are you? Are you sewing along with us today? I was just saying there's a good chance we may get this all done today depending on time. We will see. Otherwise, I can foresee next week's class not being a full class because we're so close to being done this already if you did your lining pockets. Aw, thanks, Nicole. You're amazing, too. Oh, I see. Okay, Rhonda. So you can sew along the... Well, Rhonda, are you doing... I'm trying to think if rectangular rings would work. No, it wouldn't look as good as the D rings. Hi, Anna. Anna's sewing along. Anna, did you do your linings, your lining pockets? I can't remember if I said it in class or not to do them. I know I didn't write it down for homework. Oh, who are you testing for today, Lexi? I feel so out of the loop with testing because I'm taking a break from testing, at least until January. Did everybody see the new blue Kala, the passion flower tote? I just have to do the voiceover for that tutorial and then wait for Celine to tell me that I can launch it. So it'll be launching at the end of this week for sure. We always give her videos a few days ahead of mine, mainly because I usually change the pattern a little bit. So her videos are always as per, like, straight to the pattern. Everything's tickety-boo for the pattern, whereas you know me, I change it all. So Anna, Diane, and Rhonda is sewing the lining with us. It's such a beautiful bag, and it's such a fun sew. Do I have mine here handy? You want to see mine? Hi, Annie. Let me grab it for you if it's easy to grab. Looking, 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 looking. Where are you? I don't think I sold it. There it is. Right in front of me. So this is the bag I did for the tutorial for the new blue calla. Again, I just got to wait until Celine gives me the okay to launch it. But, I mean, seriously, look at this bag. Like, this should be a February class bag, I think. It is gorgeous. Look at the straps on this. You're just chatting with us today. Annie, did you get your Sojo back today? But isn't this nice? I mean, it's just so classy. This is a fuzzy fabric from Galaxy Customs. And then, of course, I just did my regular, can't really see, it's a little dark. Yeah, so at the end of the month when I put up the poll for February's bag, somebody should nominate this one. Because it was actually a really fast sew too. It wasn't too bad, but I love it. But you know me, I love blue calla, so. Anna, do you like how I used your fuzzy upholstery? Turned out so perfect in this. Let me go put this away. I'm actually getting room now. I've sold a few bags. You can do it, Annie. If you ever need somebody to sew along with, just give me a heads up so I get dressed, and we can always FaceTime sew together. I FaceTime sewed with Karen and Nicole and Dawn today. It was fun. Thanks, Anna. But yeah, I always just need a heads up, so I'm not in my pajamas. Because I'm not going to lie, I sew in my pajamas a lot. So we got Annie. Wonder if Kim's going to come today. And Wanda. Yay, you finally got it, Annie. Yay! Did it take a long time coming to the States? Diane, yes, we should have a PJ party. Messy buns, no makeup, right? Very few people see me that way. I was actually thinking of maybe doing a, I don't know. I'm not going to commit to it yet, but if we did like a members sew along for New Year's or something, that might be fun, just on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. But we could do it in our PJs, but it all depends on how jet lagged I feel after being in Indonesia. So maybe that could be a last minute thing and we could all sew together. And he says, yep, I'm in my PJs sewing a lot. It really did not take a long time, but it was held up in customs for a while. Ah, darn customs. All right, so we'll give it another minute or so, and then we will get started. Let's get people walking past my street. I'm hoping the dogs aren't too noisy. So on Thursday, for Thursday's class, I'm getting a new roof this Thursday, and right now it's 4 o'clock and it's starting to get dark. That's what I'm looking outside for, because I'm really hopeful that it's too dark by 4 o'clock on Thursday for the roofers to be working, so they won't be too noisy for the class. New Year's Day would be cool, not New Year's Eve. That could be fun. Do you think I should do it public or just members? Can you guys hear Brady above me? He's doing a live on his Twitch channel and he's really loud. Holy moly. I can totally hear him. He's so loud. He's so my child. You can hear him? I'm going to tell him to be quiet. Oh my goodness. I'm going to phone him. One sec. Oh my gosh, he's so loud. He's right above me. Oh my goodness. See if he even answers his phone. He's not going to answer, and he's right above me. Hi, so I'm in a class right now live. Everybody's hearing me talk to you, and they hear you loud and clear. Okay, but can you keep it down a little, please? They say you sound like you're having a good time. Okay. Okay, but shh, quiet, okay? Okay, goodbye. And that's my child. Oops. Oh no. I'm like pocket dialing people now. Okay, we're good. He is having a good time. Brady actually has a very successful Twitch channel where he makes money just like I do on YouTube, but it's doing video games and stuff like that. So I don't understand it, but he's having a good time. But it's loud. Annie, did you enjoy everything you got? What did you get in your Galaxy order? We'll start at quarter after. We'll give just. I'm hoping Kim comes in because she usually is here, and Wanda. Yep, there's my friend Kara who I pocket dialed. Oh my goodness. There we go. My gosh, I'm a hot mess. There's Wanda. Hi Wanda. I thought you'd pop in. I was waiting for you, giving a few more minutes for you and Kim to come in because I know you're usually here. He's still loud. Can you hear him? Oh my gosh. Oh well. And Coco's going at it. I'll give it 2 more minutes. Wanda, are you sewing along with us today? He's making me laugh. You got all the variegated bundles, ones with the animal lights? I just got, oh, you got Frog? I forgot about Frog. I should have got Frog. What did I just get? I want to say it's Wolverine, but that's not right. What did I get? And I got Blue Jay and then another one. Wolf? Was there a wolf one? I don't know. Oh, wolf. I got a wolf one. Just watching today? Okay, we'll give it 1 more minute just to see if Kim pops in, which I hope she does. Otherwise, I'm sure she'll pop in later. So far I have Diane, Anna, and Rhonda sewing with me. And I'm so excited, Annie, that you got that order. Wolf, that's right. Why did I want to say Wolverine? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about Hugh Jackman. Probably. I'm going to wish I had a bottle of water. Oh well. All right. Shall we get to it? So everybody did their lining pockets for homework, yes? Even though I forgot to write it down. All right, let me switch this down to the table, my beautiful table. All right. So what we should have right now is, look how sparkly these are. Her vinyl is from Galaxy Customs, Wanda. So I did my lining pockets and made sure I left an opening in the zipper pocket one. So we should have those 4 pieces ready to go. but we'll do that shortly. And we, oops, are going to work on our exteriors. So exteriors, we should have our nameplates on. We should have our rivets all done, backed with pieces of Peltex or Decavol Heavy. Our 2 zipper panels. Our bottom piece with the purse feet. Oh, okay, Rhonda, we're going to do the exterior first if you want to do the pockets while we're doing the exteriors. I need to get the frog. If there's more frog left, I'll have to sweet talk Anna. I just had an order and I forgot to grab frog. So this is what we should have right now, all of these. All right. And let me just reacquaint myself with what we're doing. Just to make sure. Okay. And I wrote down what our seam allowance was. I'm trying to write it on the front. I'm trying to get into the habit of writing down what my seam allowance is. Of course I did not. I think we're 3/8 of an inch. Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab one of our main panels and our bottom panel. If you haven't already, which I haven't, we want to mark our centers of the long sides and the short sides of our bottom. And when it comes to doing the lining, we're going to do it a little bit different to make it easy for turning. We're going to use the Wanda Brandy method. Does everybody know what the Wanda Brandy method is now? It was invented last class between Wanda and I putting our heads together. And now I do all the bags like that because it's the best. Okay, and then also along the short sides. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put this right sides together and match up our center marks of our main panels and the exterior. Wait, I gotta double check something. Actually, before we get that far, I almost forgot. From the corners, we want to make 3/8 of an inch squares because we're not going to sew past those. I think we've done a couple bags like this now. So just on each corner, 3/8 in, 3/8 up. I know you guys can all guess what we're going to do with these. I got to trim that back a little. Okay. And now we can go ahead, put right sides together, matching up that center, and clip across. Okay, you guys are going to kill me. I jumped too far ahead. Okay, so yes, we do need to do those marks. Take these off. I'm getting ahead of myself. We also want to make the same marks, I apologize, on the bottom corners of our exterior side pieces. So we're not doing the bottom just yet. That'll come last. Got to do the sides first. Sorry about that, guys. Good thing I caught it before we started sewing. So 3/8 square. Table. Okay. There we go. Is that better? Did I fix it? My back. Okay, perfect. I just kept switching between all of my things, hoping I could get it back. So hopefully we don't keep having this freezing problem. I don't know what is going on today. We're just going to give it a minute for the internet to catch up. Am I good? It's still lagging on my screen. Maybe if I refresh it. Refreshing. Okay. Are we good? Or are we still freezing up? I can't tell. Okay, I think we're back. Okay. So, where was I? We have all 4 corners of the bottom done. And the 2 corners of the sides. Then what we want to do is take one of the sides and we are going to put it along the side, and it will match up in between our marks here, and clip it in place. I am back. Perfect. Darn it. That internet, I don't know. We don't have bad weather here, so I don't know why it would be doing that. Okay, so clip one of the sides. Make sure your D-rings are at the top. Do the same with the other side and clip it in place. Again, making sure our little square marks are at the bottom and our D-rings are at the top. I'm so glad I caught it before we did the bottom on there. I would have been crying. Goodness. I make mistakes all the time too. I admit it. Oops, I lost my screen here. You'll hear Benny scratching at the door. I'm not letting him in because he's just going in and out and in and out. He doesn't want me to be working right now. Okay, and then what we're going to do is take this to the machine. Now to go over this, it's a little bit thick. You may need a hump jumper. I'll have mine handy just in case. We're going to start at the top. And so with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way down, stopping at that 3/8 of an inch square and back stitching. And then I'm going to go back in again and do a second row of stitching within the seam allowance, 1/8 of an inch away from that, just to help make that seam a little bit stronger. And we will do that on both sides. Okay, so let's switch on over to my Tiffany. And we'll get that done. Where is that hump jumper? Now my internet's running about 30 seconds ahead of your guys's. Holy. Okay. I'll just double check my seam allowance. Yeah, 3/8. Let's see if I need that hump jumper. See, I can't get over it. I need it. then again, making sure you stop at that 3/8 square. You don't want to go past that. So we're going to do those Y seam or whatever they're called corners. Nice camera at an okay angle there. Maybe we'll turn it in a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And you can see I didn't sew all the way to the bottom. I just went to that line there. And then I'm going to do another one right beside that line within the seam allowance, just to strengthen that seam a little bit. You don't have to. You can gauge that with the materials you're using, but I'm using thicker vinyl, so I just want to make sure I'm not stressing my threads out too much. And once again, stopping at that bottom box. Like this. I know my light's probably all glary on that, isn't it? Oh well. And do the same with the other side. So I'm starting from the bottom this time and starting at that box. I didn't need the hump jumper that time, so that's good. Okay, and going back in and doing another line within the seam allowance beside that. Okay, so everybody let me know when you're done that, and then we'll put on the other side. Now this is what that looks like. While I'm waiting, I'm going to double check because I don't remember if I did something. Where is my other one? Let me find my Snowdrop. It's all packed up for market, so I'm not sure where it's hiding. Not there. Pretty sure I didn't sell it. There it is. Okay. I was just seeing if I did any rivet work here, but I did not, so. Diana's done. Rhonda can't do hers because she doesn't have her D-rings. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to do the exact same thing. We're going to be forming that tube. So we're going to take this one, put it right sides together, and match the other side up with our back piece. Right sides together and clip together. Oh my gosh, butterfingers today. I know what I was wanting to do. I was wanting to put this together like the Brooklyn. That's what I was getting confused about. Okay, and do the same with the other sides. We're forming this big tube. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to sew down these sides with 3/8, stopping at those squares, and then doing another row of stitching just to solidify those seams within that seam that we had just sewn. Especially if you're doing vinyl, that's where I find that you really do need a little bit of an extra, depending how thick your vinyl is. I'm using pearl vinyl, which is pretty thick. So, So let's go ahead and we will sew those. What are we seeing right here? We're seeing my table. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Coco had knocked my camera over during the week and I didn't quite get it positioned properly. Oh, now you're seeing my phone. Where's the sweet spot? Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. There we go. We got her. So once again, 3/8, starting at the top. I don't know why I need my hump jumper just going this direction. I almost sewed through my hump jumper. Stopping at the box and back stitching. And go back in again. Right next to that line of stitching within the seam allowance. Not going past that 3/8 box. Around and the other side. Diane, how's that new Juki treating you? Are you becoming one with it yet or still preferring your Titan? Uh-oh. Where did you go? Yeah, you're liking the Juki now? Just took a little bit of time to get used to it? So lucky to have an industrial in each of your homes. Lucky, lucky. All right, let me know when you're all done there. Sorry, Anna, did I get ahead of you? Are you okay? Okay, so this is what we end up having, is a big loop. You're good? Okay. Just stop me if I get ahead of you way too much. I know, Anna, you are... I know. You're right up there with me. You're probably ahead of me. All good, Diane. Making sure nobody's trying to get a hold of me here. Nope. We're good. You're done. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now, oops, I can't see my screen here. Now we can take the exterior, and it's just like what we've done in past bags. We're going to put it right sides together like this, and now we can match up that bottom center. I got to stand up, I'm not tall enough. Bottom center mark with bottom center mark, right sides together, and clip in place. probably look at the instructions in case I get ahead of myself. No, it's exactly what we want to do. Again, this is where you can kind of fold back here because we didn't sew. So you can match up those ends here, just kind of fold the side one out of the way. And then we're once again going to go in and we are going to sew across there. Benny is scratching from 3/8 box to 3/8 box. You're not going to be able to see it where I am because I still haven't set the cameras up different. So I'm going to have it on your bed like this, and you're going to sew, start here, back stitch, and sew all the way across to here and back stitch. Hi Kim, we waited for you as long as we could. How are you today? Glad you could make it. How are you feeling? You're not even home yet. You're working hard, are you? Benny's still scratching at the door, but I'm not going to let him in. It'll be too distracting. So make sure you're not sewing through the side parts right here. Make sure it's all folded out of the way because you don't want that to catch in. Don't be sorry, Kim. I'm just glad you're here. Not the same without you. Needle down right there and go across. Holy, Benny's being persistent. I'm also going to go in with another line of stitching just like we did with the others within that seam allowance just to give it that extra strength. Ooh, massages and bookstores, two of my favorite things. So that's what that looks like, and I'm just going to go in again right next to that line of stitching. Oh, now Benny's got Coco there crying. Not letting her in because she'll make my microphone go crazy because she has that superpower. Both the boys are home, so hopefully they start paying attention to her. 13 more sleeps to Bali for me. Yay! Then I'll be doing a massage. Apparently you can get 2-hour massages at the resort, at the villa we're staying at for 40 Canadian dollars. Like, I'll be getting one every day. Okay, so this is what we got here. I've done my 2 lines of stitching. Let me know when you're all done there, and then we'll do the next side. I think Benny's given up finally. I'm getting excited and nervous. It's going to be really hard to wear a mask on a plane for 14 hours, but I think I have to. It's not mandatory, but I really don't want to get sick for my holiday, so I will wear a mask. Diane's done. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing with the other side. So you're going to pull this up and match up the center of the other side and do the exact same thing. Again, folding out this corner here where we have that Y seam. So you want to fold out the, make sure we're not sewing into this little chunk here of the side. We just want to be kind of folding it back and out of the way and matching up the front main and the back main. See what I've done there? Or main panel and the bottom panel is what I'm trying to say. Is that American, Wanda? Ouchie. Here I have a spa I go to, and if it's on special, I can usually get a 2-hour massage with reflexology for about $125 when it's on sale, of course. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. So that just like we did with the other side. Kind of just squish her down. Again, making sure you're not sewing it into that side piece. Oh, Canadian dollars. Wanda, you're in Canada? You've probably told me that. I really need to remember these things. So 155 Canadian is not too bad. If it was American, I'd be like, ouch. One thing I forgot to mention is to make sure when you sew the bottom on that the stitches from our side seam matches up. And mine do. On that side, oh, this side I might have to go in a little bit more. No, I'll probably catch it later. Might have to go back in, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna do a second row of stitching. Right, Ontario. I remember now. Okay, so I'm just going to double check that everything matches up. That one does. This one I have to go a little bit more. So right here, can you guys see this? I got like maybe a centimeter right there where the lines don't match up. So I'm just going to make that so my stitches match up. It's like 2 stitches off only. So I won't have a hole in the corner of that bag. Perfect. This side good. This one I can go a little bit more too. Oh, Ben. Stop scratching at the door, baby. Oh, I got a thready mess happening. Lots of strays in there. Okay. Good, and good. I'll show you on this camera here what I was talking about too. This is what I was talking about, that our stitches for this main one here and right in this corner, that they join together without catching that side. So on the sides it should look like this. I know sometimes I just have to go in like I just did just to make it so they match up, and we are good now. Okay, so let me know when you're there. It's pitch black now, so definitely Thursday the roofers would be gone by the time class starts. Okay, I'm gonna let Benny in. His scratching, he's driving me nuts. He's gonna run in and out. Are you coming in? Are you coming in or are you going out? You're gonna go out. Okay. Go on out. Comes in, runs around my ankles because he's trying to be a herding dog and get me out the door to go upstairs. He went upstairs and got Coco. I heard her come down the stairs. What a little tattletale. So close to being done the exterior. Oh, and he's going to scratch that door again. My goodness, my fur babies. Give everybody a couple more minutes. So Wanda, before you came on, I don't think you were on yet. I said we are going to change how we finish this bag to make it easier for turning by doing the Wanda Brandy method. We're going to do the Brooklyn, the Wanda Brandy method too. It's my new favorite way. Bye, Rhonda. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. She says thumbs up, everyone. Oh, my neck hurts now. I think I need a massage. Now I'm thinking about a massage. I haven't had a massage probably in over a year. It's time. Only in these classes will people know why it's called, we call it the Wanda Brandy method. Okay, so to move on, now we are going to do these sides. So once again, you're just going to, they should fit almost perfectly. I didn't mark my center of this one. I don't think I have to though. Just gonna kind of pull it tight like this. Take these little things here, which are actually from the main panel. Make sure they're out of the way so you can match up the bottom and the side panel like this and clip it in place. Same with this side, because you want to make sure you're not catching this little flippy thing here. You want to be matching up the side and the bottom and clipping in place. Do the same with the other side. Then you can see how perfectly it just kind of goes in place. Make sure you're pulling these ones out of the way so you can match up these two flaps here. Now once again, we're going to go from that 3/8 to 3/8. So you're going to kind of put it on your machine like this and flatten it out. Make sure you're not getting this little floppy piece from the main panel. I just put my needle down right where my stitches ended here on that 3/8 line. Then I know that I'm connecting my lines good, going all the way across to the other stitching there, and then go ahead and do another row stitching for security. Okay, with 3/8 inch seam allowance. Oops, sorry guys, you're seeing my bag. Okay, squish it down, putting my needle down right where my stitching ended when I did my sides. And go across. Back stitch. And then just double check on the bottom to make sure the stitching matched up, and mine did. So you can see along the bottom, it all matched up. Go in and do another row of stitching right beside it, just to help strengthen the threads there so they're not stressed out, especially if using thick vinyls. And do the exact same thing with the other side. Okay, where are you? Right there. Sure to match up on the back side, and they do. And my strengthening stitch. All right, give everybody about 5 minutes to finish that up, and then we will move on. My exterior is almost done, and the lining goes super fast. I'm just poking my fingers into those corners just to make sure there is no holes, and there's not. See how everything matched up good? Oops. Diana's done. Okay, so now what we want to do is you can trim up the seam allowances, but because we did that second row stitching, we don't have much seam allowance to trim up, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I do want to trim up these corners a little bit. So you're going to kind of feel the corners, find out where it's comfortable to lay that, where all those seams meet flat. I find it is working from the bottom and kind of pulling it into the side. Then we have a nice flat seam here. And then we're just going to snip those corners without snipping our threads. We're just going to take some of the bulk of those 3 layers out like that. See what I did there? You're going to do that on all of them. So kind of play with it to see which way makes it lay flat, and make sure you don't cut your stitching like so on all 4 corners. And that'll just help make those corners somewhat pointed when we go to turn this out. So you're pretty much just cutting like within that 3/8 square, going from corner to corner. Ah, Dawn. And then once you've done that, once again, just go ahead and poke your fingers into those corners just to make sure you didn't snip into the threads, and I'm good. So let me know when you're all done that. Okay. Diana's done. How are you doing, Anna? I'm assuming you'd stop me. I know you get to your machine and... So you're going to want your zipper panels out next. Give it another couple minutes there. While we're here and while we're waiting, I actually realized I didn't mark my centers on these, on my side panel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just by matching up these seams here. So I'm just matching up my seams and I'm going to snip that center. It'll just be helpful when we go to put on our lining. So matching up my side seams here. Okay, Anna, thank you. Okay. So now you want to see where your, I'm trying to think if this right. Yes, this right. You want to see where your front one is. So the one with your nameplate. And we want to take our zipper panel and it's going to go right sides together, but you want to make sure it's going to be closing to the left. So pointing to the, is that right? If it turns out. Oh my goodness. Let me think. I don't want to do this wrong. Do you know what? We're going to turn this right side out because I can't picture this. So go ahead and turn this right side out. I just want to make sure I get my zipper going the right way. And I sometimes have a hard time envisioning which way it goes when it's inside out. So, ooh, this is so pretty. Oh, my carpal tunnel is so bad today. Come on. Okay. You can go ahead and just push out those corners really good. See, look how good that looks. Perfect Y seam. I call it a Y seam because it looks like a Y, and I think that's what it's actually called. And you can see none of my stitches are stressed out. I can't see any of my stitches through my seams here, which is what we want. I can tell you the larger one is a lot easier to make than the smaller one. I love the smaller one though. I actually love both of them. Oh, both of those corners look good. Look how good they look. Because we didn't trim those seams, it is a little hard to push them out, but it's doable. See? All the corners turned out perfect. So it gives you an idea how awesome it's going to look. We want to make sure our center points are dead on, and they are. Okay, yes, this is much easier for me. Okay, Diane, let me know when you're all turned out. Doesn't that blue and this Bouton Louis, call this Bouton Louis full vinyl, look good together? So you can see how nice the bottom looks. Oops, I gotta push this corner out just a smidgen more. Yay, welcome home, Kim. You ready? Okay. So you have your front. You want to take your zipper panel. These are going to be right sides together. You want to make sure the part that we have curving is pointing to the left. Match up the center that we marked on our zipper panel and the center on our main panel, like so, and clip it in place. Again, right sides together. All the way across. This will almost go to the side seam here. Like, just see how it just barely gets there. Like it's like 1/4 of an inch or so away from it, which is exactly what we want. just kind of follow the curve of the top. I don't think my center is perfect here. I'm going to double check it again. It doesn't feel right to me, so I'm just going to, look at that, slightly off. That would be why it wasn't feeling right. Take two. That'll be better. Yes, there we go. Okay, so once again, see, just barely, it won't go into this seam. It'll be on the main panel. You want to make sure it stays on the main panel section. If it's going over the seam, if it's not lined up with the main panel, then your zipper panel is too long. I've got somebody here. I think it might be an Amazon order, maybe. I ordered Chinese, but it shouldn't be here till 6. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And you want to do the same with the other side. Right sides together. I'm just going to double check my center on this. It's slightly off too. There we go. Right sides together and clip it in place. That better not be my Chinese food. I will not be happy. Yep, that'll be okay. And then what you want to do is you kind of want to match up these side seams here, just to make sure that our zipper is lining up, especially with these curves, and mine does. So let me know when you're ready for that, and then we will go and base this on. That's so bizarre, he left. I'm going to just text my kids to go and check the door. See if they get my text. Yeah. Riley, let me know if it's the Chinese, because it shouldn't be here yet. Nope. Not my Chinese. That's good news. Was it an Amazon package?
Nope, nothing.
Huh, weird. They were just parked in my driveway for no reason. Another 3 minutes or so. So I think we're going to end up not finishing it today. We're going to get most of it done, and probably next Tuesday is going to be like an hour-long class only. It won't be a full class for sure. Yes, Kim, you do have last month. Oh, look, I'm so far behind. I didn't do the mini movies yet. I have scheduled tomorrow to 100% to catch up on all of my YouTube stuff. I have to do pretty much 4 mini movies. I got to do the September ones first. So I got to get those 2 done. What was that? Take 3? No, I don't remember. Take 3 and Daryl's Drive? Was that it? Anyways, I got to do those 2 first. And then next week I'm going to have to do October's. But I also have to do the voiceover for the new Blue Cala as well. So tomorrow will be 100% working on videos day. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to base those on with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm just going to put it down on the machine like this and baste it this way. If I had my cylinder arm set up, I would definitely go this way. But you can go ahead and baste it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Yeah, because if we go to finish this bag, I'll have to set up. I don't have my 1341 ready to go at all either. So, and then we still have the lining to do. And I'll have to show how to do the ties and everything next week too. Okay. Just make sure you're very aware of where it is. Now, if you're doing the small one, you may find that you need to use a zipper foot here. I know I did on my small one, I had to use a zipper foot here because the zipper panel is so incredibly small. And I found it super thick. And my regular foot kept sliding. So if you have that problem, definitely put on your, which zipper foot was it that I used? My left zipper foot, I think. So yeah, just a 1/4 inch baste here. One side, flip it over and do the other side. And I'm just sewing from the inside, but being very aware of where my zipper panel is sitting, because I don't have a good visual on it because I'm sewing from the inside of the bag. It's just the easiest way to do it on a flatbed this way. If you have a free arm, definitely do it the other way. So give you guys about 5 minutes to get that all done, and then we will double check the placement of our zipper, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay. Still don't believe how fast time flies during these classes. It's pretty. There's another person parked in my driveway. What the heck? I wonder if it's just traffic on the street because oh no, there it goes. You ready, Diane? Okay, so now what we want to do is you can kind of fold these up and you can make sure that we match up. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my zipper pull on just to double check. I got some fraying threads here. I'm just going to melt them a little bit. Melt, melt, melt. I didn't do it before. Okay. Snip my threads. So I'm going to get my zipper jig or my handy dandy fork. Can I move this down so you guys can see what I'm doing? No, maybe not. Oh, it's right here. Wrong camera. Okay, here's my handy dandy fork. I'm going to grab a zipper pull. And where we drew those two lines on the back of our zipper, so this is the zipper, we kind of put it right sides together, flip it over, and there's those two lines there. So we want to put these into our zipper jig until those lines match up. Nope. This just makes it less frustrating rather than zipping it all the way up to find out that it's not going to match. Sometimes takes a few tries. Okay. So I got my line nice and straight, so this should line up perfectly, hopefully. And it does. See how perfect it is? It's perfect. So it gives you an idea. That's just making sure that our zipper pull lines up. We don't have any excess of teeth there. It's going to look funny because we didn't do the full seam allowance here. Gives you an idea what it's going to look like. Look at that nice archway we have there. Okay. And that is it for exterior. Once you've got that done, you can definitely take your zipper pull off. And then we're going to work on the lining. So you can set this aside for now. But look how pretty it's going to look so far. Oops, not on top of the pen, Brandy. Let's put this back down so you guys can see my messy desk. This is my up high camera here. Okay. And when you're ready, we'll get started on the lining. And this is going to go really fast. We'll get this lining done and then we will call it a day and finish it up on Tuesday. So let me know when you're ready to go. This we do slightly different than the exterior because we're going to do the Wanda Brandy method. That's a little different than the Wanda Brandy method. We are not going to be sewing the bottom of this at all. We are going to finish that through the zipper pocket later on. Another 5 minutes or so. This is so sparkly. So in the pattern, this bag is originally turned through this little itty bitty pocket here, and trust me, that's really hard, especially if you're using vinyl. So that's why we are going to be doing this different. Again, we'll get to that part next week. We'll just get this lining all prepped to go. So next week we are all set to what we will be doing. We'll be boxing the corners and everything through that zipper pocket. So we're going to be ending up putting it together with the bottom completely open, pulling the bottom through the zipper pocket boxing the corners from there. If you watch the video, you already know what I'm talking about. So it's kind of like a Wanda Brandy method. The Wanda Brandy method is when you leave pretty much the whole bottom open. So let me know when you're ready to go. Anybody having issues with that zipper not lining up? So the reason I usually change up patterns to have a different way of turning it is because I do have carpal tunnel, and that part of turning can really, really kill your arms when you do have tendonitis of the degree that I have it. So that's why you'll see I will always change up how a bag is turned, and it's really just to make it, it also makes it for an easier turn, I find, and it saves my arms. So I hope that you guys don't mind doing that. You're always more than welcome to do it the way it's done in the pattern. I'm just not physically able to do that because usually when I do it that way, I have to get Dave to turn the bag, and he's not a fan of having to do that. And I just think it makes it so the bag doesn't end up being as wrinkly and less chance of interfacing to pull away, and I don't know. I myself just like it better. I think that might be why I like bound bags as well, because there's not much to turning a bound bag. It's usually pretty easy, but you have to like binding. Does everybody need a little bit more time? That's fine. Just let me know when you're ready. Because the lining does go together a little different, so I want to make sure I don't get too far ahead of anybody. And then next class I will be at my cylinder arm because that is the easiest way to finish this. Anna's done. Diane is ready. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take one of our lining main panels and our two side pieces. I am sorry if this is hard to look like. I didn't realize how shiny the sparkly appears on the camera there. So what we're going to do is, you'll see on our main panels, you see how we have like these little cutouts here? Our side pieces are going to line up with that cutout and this top corner. We're going to clip those in place. Now, different from how we did the exterior, we're going to sew down this whole thing with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance to here. We're not doing any little boxes or anything. We're going to sew the whole seam and do that for both sides. So let's clip both sides on right now. Oh, do you know what? Clip your centers. It's going to help later on. I always forget. Especially that top center. Don't have to worry so much for the bottom center for how this is going to go together. Just that top center will help. Okay. Okay, and the other side. Okay, and then go ahead and sew down those with 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Okay. By the way, Anna, I just love the sparkly canvas. I want more. I think this one was mermaid or something. I love it. It's like the perfect thickness too. It's not too thick or anything. Like, I think it would be totally great on a domestic too. That's one side. You can double check. Mine don't look stressed out, so I'm not going to worry about it. and do the other side. What's going on here? Tiffany's misbehaving. Bad girl. There we go. Okay, let me know when you're all done with that. We're almost done for the day. Yes, I'd say we got at least another hour for finishing the bag. So once we finish this lining, we will just call it a day, and then we will finish it up on Tuesday. That's what that looks like. I'm not used to using zipper tape that isn't black. Another couple minutes or so. For those not sewing along, do you have any questions about what we've done so far? Okay, Anna, no problem. Okay, so just like we did with the exterior, we're going to go ahead and we're going to form that tube, except for we're just going to line it up from the little cutout here to the top, doing exactly like we did with the other, 3/8 from seam to seam, forming a tube. And the other side, I'm just going to do both sides at the same time. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and sew those two sides with 3/8 as well. My needle makes a funny sound going over the glitter. Can you guys hear it? It's like it's piercing glass or something. Oops, I flipped out of there. Fix that. There we go. Okay. And the other side. All right. Okay, and that is where we're going to leave it. Now, if you are going to be doing it as per the pattern, which I am not, but I will show you what you're going to do if you are, you would make sure, well, you want your zipper pocket open, but you would also go ahead and line up this bottom edge like so, and sew all the way across with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and then box your corners. We're not going to do that because we are going to do that through the zipper pocket later, because you can imagine how easy this is going to turn when we put our bags together and we have a fully open bottom to pull through our exterior. This is very helpful, especially if you're doing the small one, because the small one is harder to turn through than a larger one, trust me. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We are going to call that a day for today. We're so close to being done. We won't even be an hour next time, I don't think. So we will have putting our exterior and our lining together, closing up the whole bottom of our lining piece, installing our zipper ends, and then I will show you how you're going to do the ties on the side as well. So we will be doing all of that next class and finishing up the bag. Are there any questions about what we did today? I said we could power through, but we wouldn't be done probably till about 6:30, and I don't really want to start on the next step because I'll have to set up my Titan to do that, because it's just easier for me to do it on my Titan than to show it, and I want to set the camera up in a way so you guys can actually see what I'm doing better. And yeah, just finishing it up will be better all the way. Okay, Kim, thank you for joining us. We'll see you Thursday. Any other questions about anything? How's everybody liking the Snowdrop so far? You can definitely see the difference in size between the large and the small. Like, it's a huge difference, like huge difference. And it looks like I'm starting to lag again. Oh, yeah, the internet is sketchy today, for sure. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Internet is being not nice. It does look adorable. Even the large one looks adorable, doesn't it? You're pretty good. All right, everybody, so we are going to finish up a half hour early just because I don't want to dive into the last part, because once we get into this last part, it's really hard to stop, and I have dinner coming at 6 o'clock. So guaranteed that next Tuesday will not be a full class because we will finish this within an hour. Again, the Snowdrop is such a fast sew. It's great. So is the Brooklyn. So great bags that we've chosen this month. Yeah. And it looks like my internet provider's having problems because it keeps going to a blank screen. All right, so I hope everybody has a great night. If you have any questions at all for those that are going to be sewing this throughout the week, you can definitely send me a message. I will only be readily available for messages for this week and next week. And then when I'm in Indonesia, I will be checking messages and emails. It'll just be when I am in the hotel and Wi-Fi. So yeah, but I'll still be here for you. I will touch base when I can. But yeah, I will catch you